boards came in, and this is what they look like. Um, Very nice job on the silk screen there. Um, I tried to make it easy on myself and added the values of all of the components um, right on the silk screen so that I don't have to reference the schematic later on. But yeah, not bad. So this for 5 of these little boards, that was about $11 with shipping included. So yeah, it's not bad. So let's put this together and see if we can get sound out of it. Sorry, so my phone storage was full again. Um, so kind of kept going after that yesterday because I wanted to try it, and so I added some wires here for the potentiometer and power. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, and I noticed that these diodes were reversed. And I went back and looked at the KiCad schematic, and it looks correct on there. However, on the silk screen, somehow the labeling for the diodes ended up being flipped. I don't know how that happened, but there you go. So, which is how they ended up being soldered in backwards. And then I also changed the diodes to these Scotty diodes instead of the regular little diodes that I had before I had these in. Now I've got those in because they're a little bit more appropriate for the purpose and should have less of that voltage drop going through. So However, that is not the only issue. I think the other issue is that the transistors that I put in, namely the ones that do the actual oscillating, I just grabbed whatever transistors I had on the board. However, they're not all the same. And I think one of them is actually a PNP rather than an NPN. And it's actually in the place of one of the two oscillating transistors. So that's going to cause an issue. So what I'm going to do now, hang on, I'm going to look at my schematic here real quick. Yeah, so the oscillating transistors are Q2 and Q3. Q2 and Q3 are these two guys, and you can see, hopefully, that they are two different types. This one has like white on it, and this one does not. And when you go look at the actual writing on there, you'll see that there are two different models, which you won't be able to see on the video, but they are. And these actually here, which were intended to be the final stage, are actually the ones that I had in place there originally on the breadboard. So I'm gonna flip these, and then hopefully that will fix the issue. Alright, transistors are in place-ish. So let's hook up power. This time I'm going to turn on my power supplies first. So that we get the right voltage and not 30 volts again and smoke. So, I mean, yeah, probably want to avoid that. Unless I want to be like Electro Boom 2 or something. Alright, so power is the one on the right here, which is this one. Power, control voltage is this one. Cool. And then scope, which I'm going to turn on and attach to this here, the output. So far, so not so good. Increasing the supply voltage just goes straight up to the output. And increasing the... yeah, that does nothing. No bueno. I also see that it's not pulling any power like it's supposed to. Why is that? Should be pulling power. Why are you not pulling power? I mean, the LED works, but it's not drawing any amps. Curious. Okay. Why is that? What a pain in my ass. Time to do some probing. Probing with the probulator. Right. Alright, so power comes in here, goes to the diode. This is the output of the diode. So there's our input power, 5 volts. Okay. The cathodes, sorry, the emitters, what am I saying? Thinking diodes. The emitters of all of the transistors should be 0 volts. Should all be grounded. So let me do this and that. So ground is this, and then this ground. These grounds should all be connected. Yeah. Yeah. And then the emitter of every transistor. Yeah. Oh. What's going on here? This one does not beep. Why does this not beep? Let's have a look-see. So the emitter here is on my left. It should beep because it's right on the path. It beeps on this end. Why doesn't it beep on that end? It beeps on the pad, but not the leg of the transistor. So, probably needs to be fixed here. Oh yeah, that leg is not quite connected right. That's what I get for half-assing. Hey, now it works. Okay. So let's try that again. Power. 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 It's still a flat line, so that sucks. Wide. Still the same behavior. Not drawing anything. Okay. So let's check emitters again. Wait a second. Why is this base showing? That should not be happening. So, after some troubleshooting, I discovered the problem was with the schematic that I had designed. So there's a bit of a design flaw in these boards. So when I had originally transcribed the schematic from what I had on the breadboard, I actually had these the control voltage going on the opposite end of the capacitor here. So I had flipped that, which meant that the control voltage was basically running through these resistors and going straight into the collector of these transistors, which explained why I was seeing that DC voltage on the outputs when I was troubleshooting earlier. So I have now corrected this in this version of the schematic, and hopefully we'll get a new version of the board printed soon. And when I do, I will upload a new video and put one of those together. Probably also for the next video, I'll run through creating the board here. So I've removed all of the traces from the board. I will fix the flaws, then the problems that we ran into when I was originally soldering this together. So I will update the footprints of some of these components. Because we noticed that the resistors were a little bit too close together, the holes. The diode silkscreen will be fixed. So yeah, I am going to see if I can fix all those things in the next video. So thanks for watching and goodbye.